Welcome to your astrological transit forecast report. This is the Peace Dealer, and I hope you gain the utmost of quality from this report. Thank you so very much for your patience, especially with me. I am now going to interpret the month ahead regarding Leo. Interestingly enough, at AM it gave you a Scorpio rising instead of Sag. So it's actually better that I did this again because it wouldn't have been exactly opposite. If it was exactly opposite, then you can listen to the report. It's still going to be accurate, like the one you said. So everything you said is still going to be a bit accurate, but as a Virgo sun, it's definitely important to honor precision. And as a Scorpio moon, you're all about specific precision. You hit the target exactly where it's meant to be. We know that Leo season for you is your third house, but it is also, based on the whole signs and equal sign system, your 12th house. And so what this is going to do is embolden the quality of masculine assertion that goes into how you say what you say and why you say what you say. So this is even more badass because you're literally starting the transit off with the North Node Mars. And this is something that happens for you every year, every 4 times every year. But the significance of this happening in the capacity with which it does has everything to do with your ability to charge and focus your heart towards what new opportunities and experiences you not only manifest, but bring into form. And this goes in a lot to the strength of desire and focus that is very much so aligned with destiny. So as a third house transit relative to this 8th house Capricorn energy, you are transforming your mind through, is transforming the authenticity of your attitude, the strength of your attitude, and the courage of your attitude based on who you're dealing with. What does this look like? You're going to be saying things all Leo season that you did not have the courage to tell people before. And this has everything to do with last year because Jupiter expanded how much more courageously you even be with others in relationships. So this is where you're drawing boundaries, and I love 8th house. I don't love 8th house transits, actually. It's a war. But what I appreciate and love about 8th house transits is that you take your power back. Okay, now let's add on the fact that this is not your first rodeo. You've been a master, and you have all this supernaturally powerful Libra social energy. So when it comes to being social, you could be an introvert, but when it comes to being social, you're very talented. And I don't care what even you say about this. You're very talented. You know not only how to communicate, you know what to communicate. And you have such mastered skill in socially expressing the artistic nature of your talents. So I know I went on this Virgo rant before. We've already established you are perfect. Like your spirit is perfection and your soul is pure. So if you're going to be like, no, I'm not that talented socially, I'm going to say you're lying. No, you are. Okay, I'm just going to be clear. This is very, very important to establish because this type of mastery is not only supernatural, but focuses the full merit, which is the thing about 81, where we have Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto together here in Libra. is for the first time together again in Capricorn. And so this is a breakthrough for dealing with others and the comfort that comes with naturally expressing your greatest talents and not having trust issues as it comes to the nature of how people could just mercilessly steal your ideas. Because the way that you manifest value is with partnerships with others, which imposes vulnerability in what you can trust people with, how you express yourself. That's not even about to be an issue anymore because you're breaking through this forever and you're establishing the power necessary to take your power back. This is something that I've gone through, but you're going through directly. And so throughout Leo season, as you transform the level of confidence to express more courage in the bold ideas that you're destined. This is your destiny, by the way. You're destined not only to express this, but because the North Node is in your first right now, you're aligning and highlighting who you are, the truth of who you are, magical angelic being, which is a master, which is a pure master angelic being, of how you bring this magic to people and how you break through. And yeah, I'm magic. I'm not going to apologize for it. If you're a muggle, that's your problem. And that's like a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like you can that's not even just one conversation. And so a lot of people may be flipping a crap because it's like you don't even give people the luxury of denying your magic ability because you're just such a pure master. And that's not a bad thing at all. This is your destiny. You're here to basically force people to grow nuts and ovaries and accept their magical potential. And I know that sounds weird, but this is really the triple conjunction that moving into 2021 and finalizing 2023 is going to have you complete with just pure finesse. 12th house to your Virgo sun, you're aware of this entire dynamic as unconscious habits that release old attitudes. Coming into September, which is going to have you relaunch deeper comfort in how powerfully you deal with others. Because by September, it's just going to be effortless. It's just going to be like, man, I already know what you're about to do. I'm so used to this at this point. Blah, 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 blah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is going to now weigh the sense of uncomfort in social interactions with now mastery and joy. Because moving into next year, the same things that inhibited you in social interactions, they're going to be fun. It's not only going to be fun, you're going to be laughing at how you used to be stressed in these situations. Reasonably so. Reasonably so. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot to enjoy. So you really want to take the rest of this year as a full mastery of everything that has enabled you to really overcome the boundary issues and trust issues that never enabled people to really see you as you truly are. Let's now bring Chiron into this. Chiron in your 11th house that is effectively sextiling your rising is healing the state of authenticity that allows people to enjoy you. Because there could have been a taboo element to where certain people wanted to give you props, but it's like they couldn't in a fake political way where it's like, hey, I really liked what you did, but if I said anything about it, these people would have crucified me for it. And that's not to say that you're getting canceled or you have been canceled, but there's a very private understanding of the mastery of your being. And this is what allows other people, okay, with Neptune in your 10th, to spread malicious, untrue gossip about yourself. This is another narrative since 2012 you're breaking through. And not only are you breaking through, you're gaining mastery over, and you're flipping the narrative. Excuse my language, but I specifically heard, you're flipping that bitch. You're flipping that bitch. Completely and totally. Like, let's just imagine up until this point, you've allowed people to just say all sorts of stuff because they're intimidated by how magically you tell it like it is. And you bring receipts and you bring facts. And so all they can do is just twist the meaning of what you say and do, and to basically just take your facts and undermine them with smokescreen and fog. And so the rest of this year into next year is when you flick that bitch. And it's like, okay, now because of everything you did, I can expose everything you did, and I can now remove effectively and systematically your credibility, and I can now, based on everything you've done to me, do to you, times 3, and pretty much now, because of what you did to me, gain victory. And oh my goodness, when I say this is such an incredibly empowering period in your life, this is going to be experienced 6 months from now, February 2021, once we have flipped this bitch. And this is what is going to so very amazingly and powerfully complete the upper echelon of all the energy you've been socially in service awakening for other people. So I hope you enjoyed this astrological transit forecast. I am so glad I did it again and actually recorded it, because it's very important to have this interpretation. You're getting ready to break through the utilization of your natural talents of relationship building and applying that towards directly dealing with other people. Mars, that's going to get ready to retrograde at the end of this transit, and Venus, that's going to be in your second house, is going to help polish the mechanism of how you come into money too, which is just also going to prepare you to change forever the way you see into the magical experiences induced by other people in your presence. Because Neptune in your 7th house shows you what they mean. Now there's what they think they mean, and then there's what you see they mean. And so Leo, I'm going to end you with this. This Leo transit is going to have you break through and just showing and saying like, hey, I know this is what you think it is, but this is what I see. And because I see it, this is what it is. And you're going to have the courage to stand your ground. And your Mars is just going to be ready. Like, I wish someone would try and debate me on this. It's highly argumentative. And you're just going to be ready. So I hope you enjoy this transit forecast. Thank you so very much for your patience once again. You stay blessed as always. And until next time.